goodness. This bike makes me giggle. A little more juice than I expected. All right, everybody, we're gonna give a 2023 Indian Challenger a go. All right, we'll see you on the flip side. I'll be back. Whoa! Caught a little rear tire there in the parking lot. Hope they didn't see that. Had a little more juice than I expected. Windshield down, goes nice and low. I'm curious though if it can go high enough where it cures my highway ills. Now, as opposed to the Goldwing I just rode, this one I'm expecting to feel a little bit more typical.
You took me someplace different.
Much bigger fairing. I'm also used to a heel toe shift. I'm only dealing with the toes, so just a moment to get used to that. I do like that I can drop that windshield. Really nice. So far though, even with it fully up, it still hit me in the face. That would take an aftermarket to fix. I got plenty of power. Plenty of power. The stock exhaust actually sounds better than I remember. Yeah, this just throws around really nice. Very well balanced. Now they've given me just a basic version to test, so it doesn't have any highway bars down there. No way to kick feet out right now as it is, but I'd have to add those. Any of you know, that's watched my channel, you've seen that I have actually been on a pursuit for 4 days and did a review of that out in California. Had a great time on that bike. But I was really curious what it felt like without that top box. And, you know, it's been some months now since I did that pursuit review. But I want to say that I can feel the difference of not having to wait. But since the pursuit has that top box that can be removed, and they say 20-30 minutes, that would be not a bad way to go. Just go ahead and get the pursuit. You got the lowers, got all of the other tricks, and the top box you can remove if you're not on a tour. I want to make sure my mic is in a better place. On the Goldwing ride that I just took, it was rather far down and all I heard was wind, so hopefully it turns out a little better on this ride. Now I'm hearing quite a bit of buffeting on the helmet, quite a bit, and that window's all the way up. My eye level is right about here, and I definitely have a strong buffeting right now, so an aftermarket windshield would be required for a quieter ride, especially if you are over 6 feet or so. Well, I came here today with one thought in my head about the Goldwing versus the Challenger. I knew the Challenger was a performance-oriented bike. Even stock, it just has a lot going for it. But this bike is as big as it looks in the front. It really doesn't feel that way. And, oh my goodness, power, torque. This bike makes me giggle. Very, very nice. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I keep looking for that heel shifter. I don't have anything to stomp on. I do know that I'd want a Karaoke heel shifter on this guy, just like I do on my Springfield. Saves a lot of floorboard space. FYI, that's a little tip of it. You guys got to throw dust all over the bike. Oh, this bike feels nice. I am a fan. I like these pockets up here, and if I got some lowers for it, I think those two have some additional pockets that allows for airflow, but that's in the Pursuit, or if you get the aftermarket lowers. The gauges up here, they've got the tachometer and speedometer, and I know the nav is pretty cool on this bike. I'm not going to fool with that today because you can't even see it, even if I did. When I did the Pursuit review though, I really enjoyed the navigation. I would want the subscription though, and I didn't get a chance to play with it with the waypoints, and the fact that it has a weather overlay, that's a big plus too. This has a locking gas cap, which is also nice. Yeah, this is bogged down a little bit. You know, I'm not typically a blacked out kind of guy myself, but in the case of these speaker rings, if you look at the chrome up there, I don't mind chrome, but I don't need them to outline my speakers, Indian. No, that's just not a highlighted feature that's necessary. Oh, this bike just feels like a stallion. It wants to go. I like the trickle charge tender up here. That's a bit better laid out than where I have mine, which is in the center of the bike. Since I can feel buffeting already, I'm going to go ahead and lower that windshield just to get a view. Oh yeah, I can definitely feel that right in the face now. You probably don't have a really nice view when I do that because we have the sticker there. Sorry about that. But Sloan's is kind enough to let me take out a brand new bike to take a spin on it, so kudos to them. They are one of the best bike shops that I've been to, and I've been to a few now. They have it basically dialed in. A nice place to meet for rides. Big Tennessee map for those of you who are in for a local ride or regional ride. And they're just friendly sales guys. They do, and they know what they're doing. This bike doesn't make me want to do a whole lot of talking. I'm just enjoying the ride. That's a good sign. This matte finish is growing on me. I used to like all the chrome like everybody else, like the shiny things. Yeah, but this matte kind of highlights when something is shiny. It tends to highlight that part, like this chrome. Just a little taste of chrome. The black, you don't need to highlight everything. I like how this is laid out. This is tastefully done with just a little bit of chrome and a little bit of black. Probably makes cleaning it a little bit easier as well. There's no denying when you're doing a shift with these gears, they just have a really, hey buddy, really strong confirmation. You just clunk it into gear and you're good to go. I have no problem with that. I kind of like that heavy. The sound of this bike stock is actually more pleasant than I remember. Come over here to my favorite little park, do a walk around. Found neutral. that kickstand felt a lot different than my Springfield for some reason. It just clicked right down in place. The other one has a different vibe to it. Get off the bike. Yeah, I like the chromed out just in a little bit there. These bags are a lot bigger than that of the Honda. And I actually like how it just falls in from the top instead of from the side. I can make better use of that space, no question. That's a good looking bike. Hard to deny. But Indian, I'd like to see you put, just like you did on my Springfield, put a passenger floorboard back there. Why not? I mean, this is the base model, so maybe at least on the Premier, the premium or limited editions, Dark Horse editions, that would be a nice feature to just have included. It's a sharp bike. I like the Chief here, lights up. Just a nice bike. All right. I don't know how much we've learned here today. I'm more familiar with the Indian, but I like it. Don't really know if this is a really good head-to-head comparison with the Honda, because the Honda is, of course, the Tour Pack in the back and all of that. And they have the B version or the bagger version, which would be more of a comparison to this. But in terms of cost, I don't think there's a whole lot of difference between this one and the DCT version. Well, this feels like a strong V-twin. Now, I feel a little bit more heat in this than I did, of course, in the Honda. So that is a difference. But if I spread my legs a little bit, let some air flow, never been a problem for me. In slow speed maneuvers, I think I might prefer the clutch to a DCT. I know that it can be done. I've seen some really skilled riders ride slow speed with a DCT, but they don't have as much control. You just have to really nurse the brake and throttle. But here with a clutch, you have a little bit more control. You have the throttle, the brake, and the clutch in order to work that and get into tighter and tighter circles. I know it can be done. There's just a torquiness that this bike has that's really not, it's just not something you can deny. The power band is lower, it's torquier, and it just feels like it wants to go. All right, we're back, made it safe and sound. Which is always the goal. All right, everyone, I want to thank Michael Lively here at Sloan's, giving me an opportunity to test ride these today. I'm going to give this some thought. I've got a West Virginia trip looming tomorrow morning early on my Springfield, and I'll think about these, see if we need to add them to our garage now or later. Thank you guys. We'll see you next time.